Recording in progress.
Am I on? Yeah. Good morning, everybody. We'll go ahead and get started. Board minutes for February 22nd. Decision.
I'll move to accept the board minutes.
I'll second it.
Any public comment? I got this thing on mine. Do I just push got it?
Oh, yeah. This is fine, I'm not writing it.
Okay. Being no public, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried and passed. All right, now we'll move on to correspondence. Got one letter. It's, I'll go ahead and read it. It's to whom it may concern, I respectfully resign from the Valley Fire District Board due to personal reasons. Sincerely, do we say his name or should we, where it says a personal?
Yeah, don't say that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Did you want to maybe write him a letter thanking him for his years of
yeah,
service?
I think we should, because he was there for 100 years. Is there any other correspondence? I never heard nothing either. I never got nothing. We'll go ahead and we're 1 minute early on the public comment. We'll go ahead and move into it. Any public comment? Yeah, if we can get him a letter of thanking for all his service and that. Jackie got a hold of people that put them door locks on up here.
Say that again.
Jackie Bolster got a hold of people that put them door locks on up here, and they're putting them on down there at that ambulance shed. There's 3 doors, so that way we won't have keys. Paul got, I guess there was. Is there any public comment?
Anybody on?
Elaine is all. That's it. least we're getting some water.
Yeah.
Quite a bit down lower. It's really been pouring. Boulder Creek was froze over. Now it's wide open running. After yesterday, it got up to 41 or 2. It broke open. I think we're gonna have any flooding. I don't think there's a little bit here. Nothing like last year, Chuck.
We could hear the crick this morning, Rock Creek.
Hey, Blaine.
Wow.
Good morning.
No, morning, Blaine.
Morning.
We're on public comment.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's on.
No one is?
Do you have any?
No, one of the bathrooms here has linoleum and toilet.
Cool.
And bathroom.
He did a really good job. I went and looked at it this morning. Man, he did a good job.
Who did it?
Dave got right on it. They're gonna have them cook. Looks really,
Dave.
really good.
Kessler?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He said he still needs to fix the handle downstairs in the bathroom. They said he'd get on that. And I think the threshold strip upstairs.
He's found some other stuff that he could put down. It was cheaper and easier to get. Otherwise, it was like till June before he could have got some of this linoleum. So he got some stuff from. I'll let him explain it. He told me, but it looks really good. So.
They're happy with it upstairs.
Good.
Thank you for getting it.
Did they get a new toilet or did they just keep their?
No.
The other one I think was in good shape. He just
It was a fairly new toilet. It just
Oh.
that bowl and then it broke and leaked and when they flooded it.
How's it going today?
No, it
Excellent.
looks really
I'll have to go
good.
look at it.
Yeah. I really appreciate him getting on it right away. Said he's been working on the stuff up above and just, it's taking time. He was sick, had pneumonia and that, and I said, well, it takes a little longer. It takes a little longer. Nothing to do when you're sick, so. He's
Yeah,
getting it.
Get some good weather here. Get the dome.
He'll be all right. I just don't want, somebody, well, you gave him tail so long, but when he's sick and now, you.
Okay.
Other than that, we're on public comment, Mr. Alt, road supervisor, Mr. Alt.
Public comment?
Yeah.
My coffee could be a little hotter.
Well, you could have brought us all some.
You want me to stick in the microwave there?
Yeah.
I'm glad you put the microwave on that part.
Where'd the flowers come from?
Sarah.
Nice.
Been here a year.
1 whole year today.
Happy year here.
Wow.
Yeah.
After 1 year.
Well, who does their evaluation?
Sarah sat down and visited with me the other day.
Do we get a mark on it?
Yeah.
Because she's a deputy, it's not, okay,
I just given her.
so,
Get muddy out.
She was gonna bring treats, but I can't eat them.
Still in the whole time you have this still, you can't have.
Well, I have to take them out.
Oh,
It's Vicky's birthday. There's cake in there.
Some work.
Vicky's birthday? The first of
Yesterday.
March?
Yesterday
Yesterday.
was.
Oh,
I think
yesterday,
they still have cake in there too.
It was a big cake.
there was.
It was a big cake. They were finishing it today.
There's 2 of them.
I wouldn't go in there and say that. So if you want a piece of cake,
Okay. I have to go wish her belated birthday. Is she a leap year baby or is her birthday the 28th?
It was 28. Who's, I know someone that's. older.
She'd be so young otherwise.
Yes, she would. I don't know.
any public comment?
Well, March might be in like a lamb out like a lion, huh? Isn't that what it is?
Never know.
I think it's supposed to rain and snow.
You scribble paper.
1 month down.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's supposed to rain. and
47 degrees on top of Dunkelberg this morning.
Wow,
It's supposed to snow Friday, but
warm wind or something up there, or what?
Rain.
You were up there?
Well, we plow up there, you know, to the, up
Oh.
above. I was up there flying my drone.
Wonder how you got all
Checking
that.
it. There's nothing left even in the field by vendors. No, little spots.
Carnation?
it's not crazy.
First time I've ever saw anybody put plastic flowers in water, but.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Sarah's gonna get you.
Oh, you're saying it looks so good, huh? Well, 40 miles of tanks.
Then you can.
What's that?
I read 40 miles of Russian tanks. That's gonna be hard to stop, unless they have air power.
You know,
I think NATO should be
Never
sending
seen it.
F-16s to
Does that save you
Please.
time?
clear the
And you
air.
don't have to go.
yeah, it was in, it's gonna be World War III.
Well, they might be thinking we can expand anyway, keep the check.
Telling people that, they should have had the Second Amendment. Ukraine, they had a Second Amendment, everybody was armed, he wouldn't be coming.
Yeah. Oh, they're arming them now, but yeah, they already.
Yeah. If they would have had one in the first place.
That's why no one will ever invade the US. I mean, never take
Not worth it. I mean, they're making those Molotov cocktails, but, and you gotta be pretty brave to go
Yeah,
run up there and throw.
that versus the tank to do the job.
They don't have nothing to lose.
Suicidal.
We're a couple minutes early, but we're gonna move on. Is there any public comment? Being none, we're gonna move ahead. There's 2 minutes early. Okay, Paul, on the Road and Bridge Weekly Report, Superintendent Paul Alt.
We're just throwing some sand or worse spots, Georgetown Lake, just because of the water running everywhere, you know. But,
Is it icy up there?
yeah,
Yeah, my road. is like-
right. And anywhere there was any snow left is, we've either got mud or we've got
Glare, glare.
yeah. So we're getting everything sanded down. It'll break through it today. You would think, you know, supposed to be 50 degrees. But, yeah, other than that, there's nothing you can do, you know, right at the moment because of the mud. But I'm gonna order get our oil for the Durapatcher, get some of that done, some of the spring oil, so we can at least get on the list for that. So as soon as it breaks, we can get Durapatch.
Get
We're
some
getting
holes.
We're getting lots of holes. And if you don't get on the list to get that oil, then you're up shit creek. So
Where you get that?
Great Falls. It's the only place you can get it.
Did it go up too, or do you know yet?
Normal. What's that?
Did it go up in price too? or do you
I haven't
know?
talked to him yet. It will, I'm sure it's going to. Anything, fuel, tires, anything with oil is going up.
I didn't know if a person should get a few extra instead of just getting a couple at a time, maybe if it's set at a price or something, or if you'll hold the price, Paul. I don't know what's gonna happen here. I don't need to play.
They do it by they'll do it by their 8,000 gallons, you know, and when that's gone, then there's changes. And you just can't get more than you're gonna use, cause it just doesn't last, and then there you are, it sits there and it goes to hell. You know, like we threw probably 6 full totes out when I first started working here that weren't used. You know, and they're $700, $800, $900 a piece. There's no reason for that.
No, I didn't know if you could just get a set price, not say take it all, but if they.
Right.
Yeah, wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty
Like I
hard.
say, they'll do it for what they have in their storage
Yeah.
tank, but then they don't know what their price is gonna do on the next shop, so, you know.
Then, on the other note, did you wanna let them know about we told them go ahead and start fixing that toilet in the shop, you know?
Yeah, we picked up toilets and stuff. We're just gonna have the guys just start doing it. It wound up being like $1,800 for 90% of the stuff.
I just wanted you guys to know.
The guy just started putting it together themselves, you know, no sense hiring anybody, because
Anybody ever find out where the water line is?
the one that's leaking,
You know, the one that, somebody wanted to know where it was.
Up to the
Oh,
county shop here,
I have no idea.
we kinda threw it back on them, Chuck, to make, they can try to find it, cause.
That's gotta be up to Sam.
the town said they would get, the mayor said they.
Yeah, cause we kinda back, cause they were saying, well, it'd get you to go look, and now, hell, you don't.
No way. to-
Any public comment on the road supervisor? Is that new truck going then, or is it still, is it working good?
Well, he hasn't thrown, sanded anything with it yet, but it's all gone, so. He's got the old one with the kids in. And Jim goes in for his stuff, Thursday, so.
I guess we can talk about that union thing, huh? Road crew starting 4 10-hour week early, says on here.
It's on there. I like to start Monday, but it's up to you guys.
So I thought we talked last week that we do it on the 14th instead of the 7th, so I just bumped it up.
Just because of the weather so good. You know, I mean, I don't see any reason not to just go on. But
Well, I thought we kinda agreed to 14th. Still a
That's-
month early.
it's 2 weeks early.
I thought it was
We go anyway the first Monday of April they go. So whatever you guys want to do. We had to have a date on it for the union. They won't sign a paper that's an open-ended paper that doesn't have a date on it. So
Well, I think I put a blank in there,
Do you wanna start on the 14th? Is that what you're recommending?
where you-
If that's what you wanna do. There ain't much for them to do right now, so.
well, it's supposed to get cold next week. But not much snow, I think.
no.
It don't make no difference to me or that or get them going so they can start, cause like I said, you know, if they're gonna start trying to blade some of these frost humps and that down Rock Creek, we lose a lot of time driving back and forth, but,
Well, I think the extra week to give it time to warm up a little bit for those frost heave things.
okay, we'll go ahead and start the 14th.
I do a motion on it, approve that agreement, on the 14th.
make a motion that they go from, from 5/8 to 4/10 on the 14th of March.
No second.
So does that have to have a different date on that? Is that paper good then?
So you just have to amend that to,
We'll just have to amend the date that he
request that initial and send it to them and see if they'll.
You have that, Billy?
Yeah, I mean, they don't care, one way or the other.
Can we just,
Yeah. You can cross it out and put in the 14th initial.
any public comment on this? All in favor?
I,
Motion been carried and passed.
Other than that, that's about it. See what Mother Nature does.
So do I date this as of today,
What all we
since we
do.
passed a motion on it, and then
Yeah.
just mark out the
Yep.
7th?
Dated as of today with that, we put, cross that, put 14th initial on it.
Checking in any belly dump.
Yeah, they're in that anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 range is what they are.
You wanna look at this?
I've already seen it.
Where are they located?
There's quite a few all over the place, you know. I just looking at the, equipment trader, and then looking online, and there's, North Dakota's got quite a few, but I just
Some
know,
oil over there.
yeah. From the oil patch, for sure. I just figured that's kind of what they are, so whenever we decide to do something,
We ever this spring, if the water's down, did we have any rip wrapping to do, like out by the bridges and stuff? I just think that last night, like there by Marletto's and stuff, did we ever get that?
they won't prove it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Couldn't remember, I just, that was Fish and Game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send it to Craig as well.
Okay.
What else, Ray? Everything else? Did you bring that, paperwork in? So,
Gave it to her.
okay, we're gonna, Montana Bolt don't have any bolts, so they got a new application for credit at, Copper Plate Bolts. So maybe we can get our bolts and stuff there now, they have bolts. That's okay. Just making sure you know everything, I
so
just,
we have to fill out a credit app to,
yeah. He gave it to Sarah.
It's like anything, you both gotta order everything, or you can't get a damn thing, no matter what it's.
yeah.
Well, get out of your hair then, I guess, unless there's something else.
Ooh. So, I have, yeah, but I got yesterday. Jason Robertson was asking about permitting last week. He has, I just wanted you to look at, these are the ones he has on the computer. He says, here are the leads, roads we are going down to your county. What would be the best way to break these out for permits? And he
Well, if
wants
you
to
could just
know-
forward that to me,
Okay.
I'll answer him,
Okay, perfect.
and that way I'll have it on my computer.
And that way, if he wants to change something, you can do it right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd just be the easiest.
It's Great West, they're,
Jeremiah is working with him too. Jeremiah emailed him yesterday
On that too.
on, yeah, Blackfoot permit.
I told him that on those permits, like, put like 10 of them on, you know, per application, and then instead of 30, you know, just do 10 per app, and that's 10 times the money. And it's just easier that way. I didn't want to get 25 of them on one, you know, and that's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, I mean, if you're coming to an end of the road and you got 13 left on that,
Right,
do that.
right.
But start off with
With
10 or whatever.
If there's no public comment on anything for road supervisor Paul, I guess we will.
Anybody petitioned to abandon that road yet?
Nothing, I haven't received anything,
Yeah,
you?
never seen
I haven't heard a word.
Yeah, I haven't either. I talked to Jack Owens and thought they might, but
So did Jack kind of understand where we were going with
Yeah.
that?
yeah, he did. The others were threatened lawsuits, he wasn't, so. I guess we'll see once that 60
Yeah.
days is up. It'll probably be put on the agenda right at the
it.
60, or close to that, all right, probably just after that, and then also another thing I was gonna say is this addendum to the union agreement's also broad enough to cover in the October, whatever you're doing, but it says at the discretion of the commission, so you guys can allow it later on.
Sounds good, huh?
Yeah, that'd be good. One per season. See, you never know what's gonna happen. We could Get 2 feet of snow in
Yeah.
July for
Yeah.
Christ's sake.
Yeah. Well, then I
It
guess
is Montana.
there's overtime then, huh?
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna do much with it in July, just gotta run. All righty,
Well, thank you.
Okay.
yep, thanks, I'll see you later.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you do,
53, wow.
right?
You guys, you off?
No, we can go off. No, I had a couple minutes, I just, in case somebody come on. Nobody's on though.
You have the bylaws, yeah.
No, I can get it.
Do you have, the ones you sent me, were those the ones that are all done or in the draft?
It's kind of ongoing.
Thing, okay.
Progress, but I can get it.
9:40.
Looks like we still got a big pile of salt sand there at the hall, pretty big pile. It's good, save some money there too next year. Unless something changes, you know.
Is there a special way you have to store that?
Huh?
Is there a special way you have to store that?
No,
No. It won't, like,
no, they might
Like a
move
rinse,
it, they
does it
might
melt?
move it a little bit out of the way, but no, it's just pretty much, it's all mixed and then some guys throw cards over it, but. Kind of crystallizes in it, and then when they start hauling it, breaks it up. So, yeah, so it's got a little something that I just saw. All right, since there's no public comment, we're 2 minutes early. Gonna move on. If that's all right with everybody. We'll go to the Brandon Parrott Dam Tenders Report, Georgetown Lake Outflow Review and Decision. It was came up a little. It is 64/28/15, 16.2 inches. Could we, for next week, maybe get, what Peterson Meadows and all them are, the snowpack, just the percentages, so we can kind of, people have been asking and I wasn't sure. I tried to look it up, but I
They
didn't.
have it online, yeah, it's all online.
How do you get into it? Could you put it, or,
Is it
It's,
on our website?
see, I had a hell of a.
GNRC might do it.
With the
But that's
website?
me. No, I think it's me.
Um,
No, I think the website's fine. It's me getting in it.
Maybe we should just put it on the report. You know, for during the spring.
And that
Yeah,
new
written on-
person, is he coming in?
Todd Blythe?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Did you?
Or
do you want
maybe
to
we
look?
could have him, next week or something, be on, at least call in and give us a little bit of heads up, or, you know, so we could kind of hear him, or hopefully we can meet him
Who's
someday.
that? Oh,
The new guy that took Dave on, are you guys up for that?
For who is it?
Todd,
Todd Blythe.
Yeah,
that way, you know, and then he kind of explain what's up there and
Yeah.
how it's looking, and his professionals. I kind of like know.
I think it was 83. I don't know about right there, but the upper Clark, according to the news, was 83%. It was normal before this rain. So I'm hoping this rain will bring.
I guess we'll entertain a motion on the dam. We'll leave
I
it.
guess I'll make a motion for this week to stay the same. However, I'm gonna start looking at raising it up a little bit. But maybe not this week. Maybe
what do you mean
next-
by raising it up?
More outflow.
Put more out?
Cause, you know, we're gonna be, in another month, we're gonna switch.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna, you know, if it's a wet spring, we're gonna be fighting that too much. Maybe.
Do I-
Hopefully, right?
do we have a second on that?
I second that.
Any public comment on Chuck's motion, Commissioner Hinkle's motion? Being none, all in favor? Aye. Yeah, I think we'll start looking at it pretty close, because we're gonna start getting this, motion's been carried and passed. I think that, see what's gonna happen here, we don't wanna be,
But, yeah. And that is tricky.
Well, I'll watch you guys again this year,
it'll be
but
nice,
with your expertise.
it'll be nice to talk to the,
Yeah,
and maybe even Learman, Brad Learman could be on too, so we're all on the same
Yeah.
page, and if you'd send him an email or something, just so we all kinda, I don't wanna wait till the last damn minute, and then all of a sudden people
Right.
are like, oh, you should, you know, let's start this now. And but maybe the homeowners throw something at them too. The ranchers, I'll pass it on down there just verbally, I don't know how you.
so with the thaw and with wet spring, is it like a matter of a week that it could fill up really fast and be too full, or?
Well, I'm not where we're at now, but, you know, we get up there around the 6-inch level, and then it starts, I mean, it can rain 3 inches.
Yeah.
And then the next week, another 3 inches. Then you're up, and then you're over.
It's just better to be cautious, and then if we had to dump some, you know, we're still right there or whatever, so.
Then everybody really gets mad.
So. No,
We're
we'll
doing our best.
we'll just play what Mother Nature gives us and keep a good eye on it. It's gonna be close right now, so. Okay, we'll go off until 9:40, Billy. Was there any public comment? Being none, we're gonna go off till 9:40. Oh, go ahead, Elena. Good morning.
Good morning. Elena Gagliano for the record. I forgot, what's the name of the person who's replacing Dave Ammon?
Dave Almond.
Todd Blythe.
I'm sorry?
Todd Blythe.
Blythe. Todd Blythe.
Could you spell that? Because I can't.
Blythe.
Oh, okay.
Blythe.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know she heard
Are you staying
we
or
off?
going off or?
We're off now.
Okay.
You gotta talk to him, supposed to print that.
Granite County TV districts, updates and bylaws. Steve Emmonshue's here with Sarah Graham. Go ahead and go.
Well, I guess I'll just give you an update on the TV. So the CBS and PBS have been out for quite some time. We finally got Steve got in contact with somebody else who can help us with the TVs. And he went up yesterday. His name is Jeremy. I can't remember his last name. Jeremy from Flathead Communications. And so he's gonna, and he had a long conversation with Charlie to find out what's going on anyway. So he went up there and there's an amplifier was out in the
Oh.
PBS. And since it's such a weak signal that we have up there, that just really kind of, but he got that replaced. And that probably won't be quite as much of an issue going forward once we have, this spring, we've got, what we planned on doing was bringing the Montana PBS. So right now we have Spokane PBS up there because we couldn't get the Montana, but the Montana PBS is going to be brought from Drummond to Phillipsburg. They'll do stuff to get it over here, and then it'll be a much stronger signal. And we probably,
Cool.
not entirely sure what was going on with the CBS, but it's usually just a little equipment. thing,
Thanks for
so.
stepping in there, Steve.
He's
We're
the
getting
I have
chairman.
a really good idea
He
of
has to
stepping
do
into stuff.
that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be
So
nice
is
to you.
CBS
CBS,
working now?
yes,
Oh.
CBS is working, and yeah, everything's working. Yeah,
Maybe
we
we
had a lot of happy county people. I made some phone calls. I forgot to let Steve know that it was going, but I called my regular folks that call me to tell me that it's out. I was able to call them and tell them that it was in there. Oh, thank you. So,
I think more and more people are using it, aren't they?
yeah,
Seems like.
And one thing about Jeremy, he does ski, so,
right.
if there's an issue during the winter, he can-
Do you have a ski pass for the day or what? Or you just-
They give him a pass so he can get up there. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's really important to kind of recap the whole reason why we did this is frankly, there's a lot of people out there that really can't afford to have television. And this gives them that option. When you're on fixed income and frankly, there's 17 channels out there right now that are coming in for nothing.
Mhm.
And they're all digital quality. They're better than the cable. So
Mhm.
It's funny how many people don't realize they can get it yet, though. Isn't it?
Right,
I
that's-
mean, we've advertised, we've done everything, and then it's pretty much, it's still that people,
Yeah.
really?
It's been a while since we've done any advertising or had the paper come up and do a story. It would be nice. I know that Georgetown Lake doesn't know that they have it. We've got it kind of beating that direction also, along
Maybe.
with Phillipsburg getting boosted. We're like double the power that we were.
Maybe you
last
two
summer.
can do an interview
So
with
we
the
need-
See, that
paper.
maybe
Yeah.
he might get it. Because it's beaming that way, would he be able to get it?
Maybe. Can you boost it in your house?
I don't know,
no,
I
you
can't.
have to be in ice.
Your line of sight.
Line of sight with the antenna, which is on Discovery.
Mhm.
Frankly, there's some people on
They're just in a
these little
shadow.
valleys and stuff, and they're in shadows and they don't get it. And I'm gonna talk to Jeremy a little bit more about trying to maybe put in a lot, like, I don't know, for lack of a better term, an antenna or a repeater
Mhm.
that kind of covers some of the shadows.
Yeah.
And I think that Charlie did mention there were some stuff that is kind of going out now. He could get a bit on a fire sale that I think was kind of those repeater things. And I think eventually that's what we would kind of like to strive for, is getting as much of the county.
Or maybe one of you
covered.
guys can do a thing for the paper and kind of get it out, sold up for Georgetown and them and whatever down below. I know there's quite a few in Drummond know about it.
What
Yeah.
kind of antenna do you need?
A big bird.
What kind of antenna do you need?
UHF.
Just, yeah, just a UHF.
You can get one of them ones you just stick on your window is what they're buying down there, and they say it works
I
good.
think an
Yeah.
outside antenna would be best, though, and mine comes.
Yeah,
in
the outside ones work the best.
Yeah.
If you're relatively close, like in Phillipsburg, I have just indoor flat ones that work.
You can stick it right
If
in
I
the
had,
window.
yeah, if I had one on the roof, it would work a lot better. I mean, I do get kind of the pixely stuff every once if the weather's a little bit, but that's just because my antenna's not fabulous, so.
You look at Dish Network, like the top 125 is like, with the equipment is like 140 plus, 140 a month. And you get- Yeah, it just keeps going up and up, so you're right, I mean, people.
Right,
And that's
there-
not even pay-per-view or anything else.
Right, I
That's
mean,
just-
this one, you get MeTV, you get Grit, you get, Court
There's a
TV,
Western
Ion.
one, yeah. there's a
Yeah.
Of course, you
Western
get
one.
the
Along
local
with-
channels too. you know,
Yeah,
so.
along with the regular ABC,
Okay,
you have
well-
four PBS stations, you got ABC, you got Fox, you got
Okay. Well,
CBS, NBC.
We'll go ahead and move on here to the,
Oh, yes, not Fox News. Just
You
the
mean
regular
move on?
well, just, do the district updates and
Oh, right.
bylaws.
So I did look and I did not find any bylaws, so I got a rough draft. I didn't go up and get it. It's just,
I may have-
could we, potentially table it and have everyone look it over and we can have it on? for another
Next
time?
week, we
Okay.
can have it next week.
Or I can bring it down.
Go ahead, Blanche.
The one thing is, the Phillipsburg TV district is only Phillipsburg. So the districts are goofy.
Oh, it doesn't cover the.
It doesn't
I-
cover
I-
anything beyond the town of Phillipsburg. And because we're not levying and they are districts, I think maybe we need to look into just doing a countywide with that.
What? I thought that's what we was kinda gonna do, cause we didn't have no,
We for sure could do the one board that covers both.
Yeah,
But yeah, to have the one TV district countywide would be a good idea.
so this is the only thing is that it only covers, the Peaburg only covers Phillipsburg, the town of Phillipsburg.
Right.
It was
and if we could
originally
do-
just the town
Yeah,
that had the TV district.
yeah.
what do we, how do you,
But we did include, Georgetown.
Yeah.
So,
What I'm just saying, the district is that, it's never been changed, so you'd have to change the district. If you were gonna
They
do
have
that.
Access to it, but they're not included in.
Yeah, it has to be
the actual
included
district.
somehow,
how do you do that?
Right.
in case you ever did choose to levy,
Mhm.
which if it's to the point where we're fine with it, it's pretty cheap. Just maintenance and stuff so far and.
Right. It's just, yeah, and maybe, so I guess what, once we do have the board and we're talking with you guys and figuring out and talking with the people that help us with all of this, to figure out just what the expense would be to get the repeaters for a better, lack of a better term, to get it to more of the
Where,
county.
yeah,
Where we could get Maxville, we could get down
Yeah.
Rock Creek, we
Yeah.
could get.
Yeah. And
yeah,
yeah.
possibly.
that was the
Right.
intent.
I don't, I think it'd be very dangerous to guarantee anybody anything,
Ab- Absolutely, but
Um,
looking at, I mean, what is the feasibility? Would we be able to
Sure.
do that?
Well, I
Is
don't
there-
think they could really, cause the way them cliffs and rocks
Mhm.
and stuff, but I think if we could get it where it's all in one, I think that's a big thing we're talking about right now, just make it all one.
So I think you could have a public hearing process and by resolution, potentially look at it, yeah.
Would you be
But
one?
then I see what your concern would be is if it is a countywide and if we did eventually do some kind of levy, then it would be countywide and there would be, even if it was $1, there would be probably 2/3 or better.
Is there any public
who wouldn't
comment on
get
this?
any benefit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think it's what.
I thought I seen something.
Could you bounce it to Emerald and then bounce it back?
That's what we need to talk with the TV gurus about.
If you could bounce it off of Slide Rock too, you could cover most of Rock Creek too, so. Well, I don't know, I'm not a technician.
Right,
I don't
that's.
know.
Yeah, a person hates to say anything, and that's the way he said that they could do this.
Right.
So I think that's the road we can't go down because, and if I was a taxpayer and if it ever did come up, that would be supported by county revenue. And I wasn't getting it, I'd wonder why I was paying.
Right.
Yeah, and that could cause a big, yeah, I just
So,
leave it.
People
Even-
made that
even if
same
it was
argument
$1
in the medical
a year.
center though, too, I mean,
Yeah, in the school,
Granted,
I don't
we let
have
out-
kids in school.
That's why we pay for the airport with no airplane.
Yeah. Right, I don't use the airport.
I don't need the airport.
So,
Just
yeah,
kidding.
but, yeah, so those are all just things that could be in the future. looked
Is there
into
any
to see
public comment on this?
what it-
No. So I guess we'll go ahead and work on trying to get it all one, is that the plan, do you?
Up to the commissioner, if you wanna go through the process, public hearing process and do it as one countywide, but
I
at least
think,
then you could at least hear public comment on it.
I think so. Don't
Yeah, I
you,
do
Clarence?
too. I think
Chuck,
we
what do
need
you
to-
think?
Good.
I think we can go ahead and move ahead with this, make it one district.
One thing that I would like to advocate for is, just a small TV and a little antenna, that she can monitor here at work. And if somebody comes in, and she can also sell this on. She can give them a real simple, short,
Yeah,
this is what you get.
As long as it don't get stuck on all day.
right.
We'll let Blanche monitor it.
So, yeah, there's actually, because
Yeah,
I've
she
called,
calls me.
I called Blanche and said, hey, Blanche, are you at home? Yeah, can you go check the TV? Or I'll tell the people, I'll check it at home when I get home. But this way, be able to just check it,
Just turn it on and
just turn it on.
check
And
it once a
I
week.
guess
and
that's
then
what-
I'd be able to tell the people, well, you need to
I guess that'd be all right, then if there was an emergency, at least a person, if he was here, could watch something if something's going on too.
right? We can watch the election results as they're coming in.
Ooh, yeah.
Don't have to.
So one thing I always thought too was that it would be good to have one in City Hall. Because
Oh.
people that come in and sign up for water and stuff, they'd see.
Well, let the city hall buy their own.
They can buy it.
Well, they would buy their own.
So, yeah, I'd encourage a motion to go through the process of creating one TV district.
Who's gonna make the motion?
I will make the motion. We go through the process of changing boundaries on Phillipsburg and Drummond TV districts to make it countywide.
No, second.
Any public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion will carry and pass. We'll move on. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.
What is-
Buy a TV.
Yeah.
Thanks for your research. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, it was,
And it was really nice, this gentleman, Jeremy, who went up there, he stopped, I asked him if he would stop by. So I got to meet him and we visited for a while and stuff. And he's heard about Charlie. I mean, Charlie is famous.
the guru. right?
Yeah, and he visited with Charlie.
We got lucky he didn't retire when he was going to. We begged him and begged.
Right, he
I
still
think that
is
was
trying
Lance that
to,
started
but
this.
he, yeah, but he is, he did spend a lot of time with Jeremy, talking with him. I don't know if Jeremy's gonna help him with the project of getting PBS, or if he's gonna have Bruce, but Bruce is all the way up in Thompson Falls and not a skier, and so we just couldn't get him down here when Charlie wasn't around, and this Jeremy was like,
So he was all excited. about
oh,
it.
yeah.
Cool.
And, however, he's not quite as knowledgeable, but he really, his background is in some other stuff, but his way background is his dad and grandpa, back in Minnesota. They were into broadcasting and making sure the antennas worked and all that. And then it sort of slipped to more of the cell stuff as that got changed. But he's actually a nurse, but now he's doing some other stuff. But he's,
That's okay.
but he's
He
doing.
fits right in with a small county.
Yeah, but he's very interested and thinks that it's a, worthwhile thing that needs to continue, just as Charlie thinks that it is. And he too.
Charlie thinks what?
Keeping TV going.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, we don't wanna lose them channels that we had before, cause we're the only ones that have them licensed.
The license.
Exactly, right. That's, yeah.
That was a
we
big
need-
thing when
that was the
Glenn
big, big
started
thing.
pushing this, she's the one that led off with this and we Phil went through it. Well, you're the one that kept us, cause we were gonna get rid of all that.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Good job, good job. What is the actual area that Drummond TV did? Is it just Drummond itself?
I
or is
think
it
Drummond is the school district 2,
going-
I have a big file.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, well.
which is the high school.
Yeah.
So that's
I have-
Drummond and Hall.
Yeah. Two empty.
And if you can get something in the paper,
Yeah. I
just
think we need to
give a
work-
little update that, you know, we're doing this and that, there's something that people will know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Front page news. We'll get, maybe I'll talk with Emily and see if we can get something. It's gonna be front page news.
See, this is something,
People should
because
know.
it's a social and it's for the public and it's for people that PILT has, you know, you can use PILT and there's no problem with it because you're out there helping
Helping the
the
community.
community. It's
Well, if
a-
there was a problem with it, he would have told you not long ago.
The commission has discretion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's discretionary, so, but just for the
It's a
public,
very good use of it.
yes.
Uh-huh.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Be
Thanks for your work.
looking for the notice in the paper then when the public hearing.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
So did you get a hold of Ann?
Yes, I did.
And
I
she-
talked to her. She said, "Are you still on TV board?" Which we knew she was. She's like,
I said, yes, you.
No COVID.
She said, she was on because Fred told me.
Have a good day.
So, but hey, Steve, hang on just a second, but I'm gonna look for somebody else and I know who I'm gonna try and get. So, anyway.
So the CVS is working too, or it's still locked?
No, it's working. I don't do it. I can't get it down.
See, and
my
this is
house.
just up here that CBS was out. It's not from the booster down there. Everything's good down there. Down
Sure
there.
to shout. Let's
Well, I
hear the
wish that they'd have somebody down there that could give, you know,
Wait, I'm
updates now and then too. That's why if we go one big one, at least, you know. Alrighty, well, we're 2 minutes ahead. We'll go ahead into the granite, or open it up to the granite conservation discussion.
There's a board member that's gonna come. I'm not sure who's coming, but.
Okay, well, we'll just, we can go off till he gets here,
Okay.
please. All right, it's 10 o'clock. We'll go ahead with the Granite Conservation District update. Billy said somebody was supposed to come in.
Yeah, a board member was supposed to come in from down there. I'm not sure which one.
Well, we got him on for 20 minutes with his.
Like, I think Jay Craig is the chair. Chris Bergmeyer's on there. Dick Holmes is gonna be appointed.
He's the one that come in for it.
Yeah. Here, Tom Sanders.
I guess we can go off until they show up, huh?
Yeah.
Or if somebody calls in, we can turn it back on.
Okay.
That all right? My mute off. All right, we're back on. We're still on the Granite Conservation District update. We reached out and left a message with them. Is there any public comment on this? Being none, we'll be at. We're about 3 minutes ahead, so we'll go ahead and move on to Maria Stockler, or open it up for her.
So Maria's not gonna be here.
Okay, Maria is not gonna be here if the people didn't hear Billy.
but I uploaded all of her documents to the website, and then
Yeah.
she sent a summary page that I have provided for everybody, and that is also uploaded onto the website of the main points that she was gonna discuss today.
We have this in front of us if somebody wants it. We'll lay it in there on the
It's
counter.
on the web too.
Yep, it's on the website.
It's on the website too. Is there any public comment on this? I don't know why I tried this up close, I can see.
Elena has a comment.
Go ahead, Elena. We're a couple minutes early on this, if that's all right.
Okay, Elena Gagliano for the record. I don't think, well, I don't know if you guys can answer it, but I noticed that on the report about COVID, the update, they don't match what's on the website from the Public Health Board. The health board on the website, it shows, first of all, February 22nd is the last date that it was updated. Shows 8 cases active in Granite County and 10 deaths. But the other one shows 8 deaths. So I was wondering who's wrong and which one has to be corrected.
So they need to update theirs?
Well, the website, it's not updated. They do it every day, the
Did
state.
you talk to them?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, you're the one that's on there.
Why should I talk to them? The report was supposed to be filed with you guys. So you asked me if there was any questions, and I'm asking questions. The website, the Granite County website, has the incorrect information. Who takes care of that? The Public Health Board, I thought.
So the public health department sends me information and will tell me to update it. And as soon as they send me information, I update it. So it looks like I last updated the COVID page on February 22nd, and it says we had 8 active cases, and Maria's report is dated February 22nd and has 7. I don't know why there's a discrepancy of 1 case between the 2 of their reports. That would be a good question for either the public health department or for Maria Stoppler. I'm thinking that that one case may have not shown up in Midas on one side by the
How do
time
you,
the reports was written.
I'm sorry, how do you get the deaths incorrect?
Where are you seeing the deaths?
Right on that page, I'm looking at the COVID update page, and it says COVID deaths in Granite County, 10.
That's the information I was given from public health department.
Right, so I don't understand this. That's 10, the other one is 8. The one that the state has up is 8 or 7.
I'm not certain, but I'll reach out to public health and Maria Stoppler and get a response for you.
Maria Stoppler doesn't do the website.
No, but public health gave me the information that I put on the website.
Right, so Maria Stoppler didn't give you that information.
He's trying
The
to-
information she gave you was what she sent you. That they had their meeting from the health, that's the hospital's information. That's what she gave to the hospital trustee board members on it when they met.
I know, Elena. I'm gonna reach out to both of them to try to figure out what the discrepancy is.
Oh, thank you. This is just another point that the website is not up to date and it's not
Keep cutting her off.
with a correct
You
information.
won't listen.
That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Jeez. People try to explain stuff to people. When you ask a question, you should listen. Thank you, Billy.
She has another comment.
Who, Elena has another comment? Elena has another comment.
Oh,
Minutes.
okay, go ahead, Elena.
This is the agenda item, 10:20 to 10:40.
Yeah,
And so I don't know why you're in such a hurry always to mute the mics before there's a conversation. Okay?
not in that
And
big a
you
hurry.
don't, and you do that with everyone. And then your sound effects, Mr. Adler, I mean,
My
are really
sound-
something else. Yes. Okay, I'm asking questions. I thought you guys read it. Somebody should have came up with how come these numbers aren't coinciding. Had the commissioners read that, they would have seen that the numbers aren't coinciding. Okay, and apparently you get very annoyed when I'm the only one that attends these meetings to listen to what you're doing, how you're doing it, and everything else. Why don't we have more people here? Could it be that all the decisions are made during other times, like personal phone calls? I'm very sorry if I upset you, but you work for me and I don't work for you.
Alls I was trying to tell you was that she was trying to explain it to you and you kept talking on. You asked a question and she was trying to explain it, is all I said. What my
She's the,
voice-
excuse me, she's the administrator. She's the administrator. She's not the fourth county commissioner there. Okay? Who takes care of the website? Who checks it?
She's doing her job, thank you.
So what page was that, Town on?
I got it on the,
Maybe it's the second to last page or first to last page. On the administrator's report.
right.
Administrator's report? Oh, okay. 'Cause I was trying to-
Well, you know, and that some of this will change because some of them get it at certain times and then they get it another time. So I mean, there could be a case come in. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they're still waiting on the tests to come back. So I mean, it's not a perfect thing, but it's
I think her big. concern is-
everybody's doing their job and they're doing a damn good job.
Yeah, I think her big concern is the deaths. I'm not sure why it's different.
And the death thing is, you know what?
You gotta go with what public health is saying versus the rules.
And they're doing what they're getting, you know, I mean, they're doing fine. Can we go off, so, in case somebody comes on, no? I guess I'm. We're back on in case there's any public comment on Maria Stopler's Hospital District Monthly Financial Update. I think the hospital's been pretty busy.
They-
That's what I heard. What's it mean when there's a little circle with a red eye in it?
Recording,
They're recording us?
I'm recording it.
But other people can record, if they had a recorder there, they could.
Then they listen to it after the fact, after it's.
Yeah, they can record it on their own
Oh.
computer too.
Yeah, I'm learning.
But not through Zoom though, because they have to be their own separate,
No, they can.
oh, they can,
Mhm,
good to know.
I think. I don't know.
There's all kinds of goodies.
Takes up a lot of memory, the audio files are big.
So what's that little green thing with a check in it up there by the recording in the left corner?
I don't know.
That thing, yeah.
Meeting information.
Means you're doing a good job. It's a great job.
Oh.
If you can click on it, it'll give you.
That's just information on.
Okay. Any public comment on Maria Stopler, Granite County Health Hospital District Monthly Financial Update?
So where's our COVID update is, where's the little,
So it should be the banner on the homepage.
well, I'm in the commission stuff, go home.
It's not
Home,
on the commissioner's page, yeah, it's just on the homepage.
COVID update.
And then there's a COVID banner. And I think we got all that information last week during the setup.
Current cases 8.
So sometimes you don't get the stuff until it's too late to put on, right?
I get it whenever they send
Yeah,
it.
that's what I mean. It's not a certain day and time you get. That's what I was, cause then the things can change,
Mhm.
and all that.
Yeah, if they have like a spike in cases where they're going up like crazy, like, or we're getting insane numbers every day, lots of times public health will email me each day to update it. But if it's been kind of like it has been, like, I might get an email like once a week on it.
I'm sure they got, and then they got other stuff going on too with public
Yeah.
health. Looks like that whole box of tests were about gone.
It
They
what?
got the whole box, they had a great big box down there and their little home test kits, they're about all gone.
Hmm.
Gave them out, some guys have been giving them all out to everybody.
I've had people stop by my office too and pick up tests.
Cool.
I still have some. I don't have a ton left, but I still have them.
I don't know how many Jackie has left down there. There was just like a little sack of them left. I don't know. Could ask her, I guess, if you run out or something.
Yeah.
I don't even know where they got them. They told me and I forgot.
I want to say it came from the state.
Have you done one of them? Your own?
I've done an at-home test before, but I haven't done one of.
I did one just to say that I've done it. I think I shoved it up in there too far. It hurts so damn
What
bad.
did you do?
Well, I did one just to say that I've actually done a home test on myself, because I figure people will be asking, well, have you ever done it? Well, I didn't. Well, holy shit, I shoved it up in there. I think it went
Way
too
too
far.
far?
It pushed a bump out. Oh, man. Yeah, I got the sneezing. And, no, I had a hell of a mess. And I did, and it came back negative. So. Have you done one?
Yeah,
It hurt.
I did one, had a bad cold and I did it, and it was negative,
Have you done it, Chuck? That's what I thought.
but I didn't stick it way up there.
Well, I really like that though. Ooh. It worked good though. Well, we still have 4 minutes. Any public comment
Oh, my
on the
glasses.
hospital, Maria?
I'm gonna go get a cleaner.
What is like Red Cross in Missoula and that? Will they go? How far will they go? Will they go out of state and stuff? Like out of country and that too?
Well, there's,
Is
I
that
think
a-
it's a national.
Yeah,
Red Cross International, so yeah, they were in, over there helping them.
Like,
they were
gonna hunt
asking
you down
for-
today.
Yeah.
okay,
I
like,
was gonna hunt you down
They're-
today.
I
What are you doing
went back
finding?
today, and-
so
I was
like
gonna
this
hunt you
in
down.
Ukraine
Hunt me?
and that,
Yeah.
so
I
they
need
go
hunted
there?
before.
You need you
So,
to find these.
I don't know if I fully
The,
trust them.
Interlock agreement with
Red
Drummond.
Cross. Red Cross.
Oh,
I just.
I didn't
lot of-
realize it was due
A lot of
again.
that, the monies go to pay the wages of.
I got it
those
from
administrators,
Drummond
so there's
yesterday.
all-
I just curious on like now with this Ukraine stuff.
Why am
This
I
is the-
re-signing this?
So if
You never
US
signed
Red
it
Cross
last- when
goes
you were
over
in
there,
here.
is that a conflict
Gail Weaver
between
and discussed
everything,
this,
or
you
is that
never
just
signed
a
it.
helpful- You know what I'm saying?
To do what?
if they went into
Just for 3
Ukraine,
years?
whether that would,
Is that a
just,
con-
or, yeah, conflict with NATO.
You
Oh,
guys
so
were
they,
doing it every year.
they're kind of, yeah, separate, they can go into.
Oh, this is the
Any
addenda.
country they'll have them,
Okay.
basically, so.
So
This
they're
isn't the
neutral,
agreement,
like,
This is the
yeah, they're
agenda,
neutral.
because we're,
I was
what's
just curious, I
that,
was thinking about that,
like the amounts wrong.
going
or
in, is
something.
that gonna bring,
You need both of them to sign?
you know,
Yeah.
I think they
One
have a
goes to
little bit of a
Drummond and we keep
liberal,
one.
Okay.
I mean, back
There
in
you
the
go.
day, I remember accusing the US and
You
Iraq,
want a copy
killing,
too?
killing
I have one.
civilians, and I don't think.
I have the
I think what
contract.
they're
You want the
alleging was
addendum?
wrong, but, yeah, they're supposed to be neutral.
well, it's 10:40, right on time. We're gonna go ahead with the Reliance system. Whoops. We back on?
Yeah, you never know.
Okay, I just wanna make sure, cause I punched something. Anyway, we're back on at 10:40. Reliance Systems inmate text message location agreement discussion and decision. The Sheriff Dunkerson is here with us.
Hi, Sheriff.
Got a beat.
Did you guys have, you looked at the contract, right?
Yes.
That's, but you
This
didn't
one?
get to see this, yeah, yep. That one
This
right
one?
there, Scott, yeah. So I visited, Powell County Jail the other day. Those guys are friends of mine and spoke with the undersheriff. And their jail's considerably bigger than ours. And they implemented this program over there and the noise level in the jail just dropped. Our jail's just usually not very noisy. But I was impressed with what I seen with these devices because you guys didn't get to see this. It gives, for example, we have 2 people in jail right now that are withdrawing from heroin. So it gives them resources, self-help resources to sleeping in them.
How big are they?
They're about the size of a phone, about this size. They got a big protective case on them.
How much they cost?
They don't cost the county anything. The county gets $35 royalties back of, it's 9 cents. If they send a text message, they have to pay 9 cents.
Got inmates.
The inmates. So how it works is you issue them one of these. They get, I think it's 5 free texts to reach out to somebody to say, hey, put money on my account.
That's
It's similar
what
to
I
how our phones are working. The phone's the same way. We don't pay anything for the phone. We don't pay anything for the maintenance of the phone. We don't pay anything for that. And the county gets, it's not very much money with the phone, maybe 15, 20 bucks a month royalty check back.
Does that make it easier on you guys instead of dragging that other crap in and out?
It makes it considerably easier because it's going to give our prisoners, like we've had a couple of people in there for months now. And it just gives them something to do. It gives them resources for counseling, anger management. I'll pass that around.
And they can just, it all bases on what you put on it is the only thing they can.
We can
get
have
on.
our jail handbook on there,
But they can't put nothing of their own on it.
No.
It's all through you, okay.
Yeah. They can't access the internet and stuff like that on them, no.
That's all I was.
No.
Well, that's pretty
It's a
cool.
pretty good deal. It's similar to what we're doing with our phones right now. It'll just be a device like this that we can also use it as a disciplinary tool if they act up, say, hey, we're taking your iPad. Oh, that's like, if I threaten with the TV in the back over there, it fixes the problem like right away.
Yeah.
They don't want to lose those kind of privileges. And this just gives us another tool. It doesn't cost the county a dime.
So you just need a, go ahead, Mark, sorry.
No, I was gonna say something different.
Well, I just need you guys to, if you've seen that contract,
Yeah,
like it says, the county gets 35% of that money back. There's no cost. They come and install the stuff. They maintain the stuff. Even if the stuff's damaged, they still pay for the stuff unless, I intentionally break one or something. So, I mean, it's a win for actually my staff. It gives these folks a little more something to do while they're incarcerated, and it gives them some resources that I think a lot of people that are spending a long time in the jail over there anyway, that they need actually. We can put our local mental health services on them as well. We could download it. If they get me the information, we can download all that stuff in there.
I'd entertain a motion on it, but after Blanche gets done looking at it, she just got it, sorry. Didn't mean to push it.
I'll make the motion. Go ahead with it.
I'll second it.
Any public comment on this?
I looked at it, it looks fine, and,
Okay.
yeah, it's good.
So is this like a
Resource.
collect thing? I mean, it's like a collect phone call?
So they get 5 free texts if we issue them the device, and they can text a loved one or whoever, a friend, and ask them to put money through a website. They can put money on that account.
And they only,
Oh,
and then how do you know that they have, so you don't end up with a great big bill on it? They something on there probably. the
It'll
technology.
quit working if they run out of money on it. One nice thing feature about this I didn't talk about is we get a software system that shows, because all of the phone calls are recorded, but we get print text messages printed out as
Oh.
well.
That's what okay.
So sometimes it's nice to know what some of those folks are up to, if they're up to anything real wrong anyway. Most of the time, like, I don't even want to read that stuff, but, or listen to it, but
have you looked at it? Oh.
yeah, it'll be a good deal.
Is there any public comment on this? Being
Did you know-
none, all in favor? Aye.
CBS is back
Motion.
on the air.
Sorry, Blanche.
I'll pass them in the
PBS.
back.
Yeah,
The
they might have
motion-
to redo their antenna thing. to pick it back up,
Like a
because-
movie antenna.
No, where you go in and you search for the stations,
Oh,
they might have to do that
okay.
if it's not showing. Just, sometimes it's good to do that when,
The motion's
Just-
been carried and
oh,
passed.
sorry.
Just like reboot it.
Hmm?
Reboot the TV.
Yeah,
with the
kinda.
Antenna kind of act up.
Yeah, and it just finds the stations again, which is
Okay.
kind of a. Anyway, CBS and PBS are back on, so
Can I take a signed copy of this with me then?
Okay.
I'll let them know in the back. I'll let Kirsten know, she'll mess with it.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
PBS and ABC, you said?
Are they?
CBS.
CBS.
Oops, sorry. While we're sitting here, we're still on. I got a couple claims. One Visa 3, and Copper State Bolt and Nut Company, just to get credit there. So if we need bolts or stuff there, hardware, I decided to let people know that's what I'm signing.
Okay, sounds good to me. So do you still have the same TV that you got when you first put the,
Yeah, the one in the front cell was destroyed once, but yeah, we still got the same one in the back. Yeah.
All ever. And he paid for it,
Yeah, he
replaced.
had to replace it.
He got the check, dude.
Yeah.
All these
Um,
bigger contracts, I encourage them to bring over for you guys to sign. and Count it on the hook.
Well, we'll just get, the county will get money back for it every month. It probably won't be a lot, depending on how many people we have, how many people have an iPad. But I know like in April, we're getting a kid for like 6 months straight. So if he has the money, we'll issue him one of those and he can do whatever. So I like the fact that it has some, I like it, the fact that it has the Bible on there for starters, but because some of them do request copies of that. So it's nice where you don't have paper copies in there where they try to pass notes, and
Mhm.
it'll make my staff's life a little bit easier. I can see that. Good. So you know how kids are nowadays. Heck, I'm one of the worst.
Yeah,
They-
yeah. It's glued to their
Yeah, it
face.
is. And if you give them that to do, or if you threaten to take that away, oh my God, the world will be coming to an end. So it'd be a pretty powerful tool, of course. So, yeah. So we'll get it done, man.
Sounds good.
Appreciate you signing that. What else you guys got going on today?
You too.
Oh, we will. You don't have much else going
Yeah,
on?
it's a short day,
Well, that's good.
but I'm sure Andy will come back on soon.
I'll take my contract and go get it done then.
Thanks,
Talk
John.
to Sarah about the drone and stuff like that.
What's that? Yeah. I forget, was it the year before or last year, we had a guy drown at Rock Creek. And I was on the phone with Ty, he was responding, and I said, we need to get a chopper in that creek, like right now, to fly the creek.
Yeah.
We found the guy, unfortunately, was deceased, but if you don't find those people, the family, it's really traumatic. And having the ability to do that with us there is, I can't describe. And that's not the only example. Years ago, it was some kids, they were 3, 4, 5 years old. They took off from Mullen Road east, and the parents, you know how kids are, they lost sight of them for 30 seconds and they were gone, and they headed straight to the river. We didn't know that. So we had the ability to put something up in the air, which this is pretty good technology. We can, it's a big deal.
That one John Alt, it's a spinny one, but man, he goes all, yeah, you can't believe him. It comes
Yeah,
back automatic. I learned quite a bit about him. Pretty cool.
Yeah, if the batteries get low,
Amazing.
I think this will cover a 3-mile area. If the batteries start to get low, it just flies back and lands where it launched from.
Yeah.
They should buy some extra batteries in them.
Yeah,
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I watched, we flew his all the way over to Dunkelberg and back, and
well, I told Ty and Jason and Ed, I want to learn how to fly, but if I'm busy dealing with things, I don't have time to do that.
if you ever need help, that John, serious, he flies his all the
One thing
time.
we're gonna need is somebody like a spotter watching the screen while we're flying, because I already told him I got something for him to do. We're missing a guy at Scalpel between, up there by the mine southwest of there. He's up in there somewhere. We couldn't find him. We searched for quite a while with
Lately?
dogs and everything.
Oh.
That was 2014.
Oh,
And I told those guys, if you go fly these, high areas, like high points overlooking certain areas, it's been my experience that people that are suicidal, they tend to get to a spot like that and do that. I said, I bet you guys can find him. And
yeah, if you need help, if you want John, I know he'd come show him how to fly them. Now, he flies his all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna send him, it's only like an 8-hour class,
Oh,
but in the federal regulations on flying and stuff like that.
probably better that way than they get a card or something.
The Federal Reserve stuff, use it or lose it, so.
Well,
might as well, yeah,
this
use
is
it.
something I think that would be
Yeah.
very beneficial.
Yeah.
The only time we're really gonna use it for the most part, obviously without a search warrant, is for search and rescue, and that's it.
Budget's 100,000 for this first fiscal year, for equipment.
Well, it's something we can use, I know that. I could go on and on with examples about how we used it. So, anyway. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you guys have a
All
good
right.
night. Take care.
I guess we can talk about it 10 minutes to go on.
What is it, about something private? Oh.
It's just first aid kits.
Oh.
Trucks. Jackie wanted to make sure that all the county road crew trucks have first aid kits in them. And I'm texting Paul, and if they're short or something, I told him to get some, plus, get that blood pouring, whatever stuff, you guys all, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Call Jackie and let him know.
Lots of people want money.
There's Tom.
Only 3.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
We're still on. Hey, Jackie, I called Paul and he said not all of them, so I told him to get some, and I texted him and I talked to the commissioner here, let him know what's going on. Make sure they all have them, plus that blood-borne whatever, right? Blood-borne whatever, born, or not born. You know, that stuff that we're still on, that, them gloves and stuff in case they come upon some. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay. And then you might call Paul. I gave him heads up, so you might tell him what all he needs. If you guys, you know. Okay. Yeah, if you'd call him, cause he just sent an okay, I told him to get him in there right away, cause he should. Mhm. All right, if you give him a ring. All right, thank you very much, appreciate it. Bye. I thought I said that wrong. Blood porn.
There's a B in there, it was both. I thought you said porn.
Did
Get
it?
into bloodborne punch.
Yeah.
It's a
I know
kid or
you used
something.
to in the woods here, you know, they always had them little orange bags and we used to have to carry in the log trucks and pickups and that just in case, but they all had gloves. Just like when Ken the other day, you know,
You have them in your record?
have
I'm
to, with
checking.
state DOT and highway patrol and all them check you. So yeah, you have to have first aid kits and all them rubber gloves. They want you to get the newer mouth things where you can breathe in and it don't come back. I haven't gotten them yet. I gotta figure out where to get them. They're spendy.
CPR.
Yeah. But usually by the time we get there, it's. We had to help like with that one guy out of the river and stuff. Anyway, any public comment on the system? Reliance system, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
You can set, and it's another tool they can use, you know, okay, here, settle down. Still have 5 minutes for any public comment on this.
TV district could probably be on in 3 weeks. Yeah, do
Okay.
two,
Postings.
yeah, 2 notices. There's a resolution of intent. And in that resolution of intent, we gotta talk about what the fees will be, so that's something.
Be on in 3 weeks.
That won't be in the newspaper till next week. And something could be on the 22nd. I guess you could do no assessments for right now.
So like with, we changed the district, but there's no levy on it. But I think you still have to notify the Department of Revenue that,
And this resolution amending it should discuss whether it's gonna
Yeah.
happen. Yeah, I'm still.
Yeah.
I guess it might be easiest to do it as of like January 1, 2023 or something like that.
Did I miss? I see Gail, the mayor, Gail Leeper was on and then went off.
Yeah,
Did
she
I
jumped.
miss a hand or something? Okay. Just making sure. I didn't know if sometimes I get looking over here and not, yeah. Well, I hope this fuel don't keep going up like they say it's going on.
Fuel,
Everybody's gonna hurt.
It's going to.
County.
if what now?
The fuel,
Oh,
it keeps going up. It's at
Got-
380.
Just gotta be, oil independent. You rely upon Russia. They're saying, yeah, we're giving money to Ukraine, we're buying oil from Russia, we're funding both sides of the war.
I heard this morning, they make $600 million a day. Yeah, I think it was 600.
so we get oil from Russia?
Yeah.
I thought we didn't get oil from Russia.
Starting with Biden.
Did he cut off our domestic supply? But
Now they're talking about like that pipeline thing, but it's all gone. I mean, they got rid. How are you gonna get it all going again?
There's not, I can't think of one policy that President Biden's implemented that's been successful. Because
I mean, here we could be using that Keystone. I don't know. It's scary.
it is.
insulin prices up, everything inflation.
I went in to get, it took 3 weeks to get dog food. That's how far out they were. Now, why is that? I mean, but you go into Walmart and them shelves are not that full. You know, with food.
They only have like a 3-day supply. And what's out on the shelves is what they have. There's a earthquake or disaster, those shelves are, you know,
There was people just cart after cart, like 3 carts in front, you know, pushing, pulling, filling up stuff after this stuff.
that leads to a problem.
Water and just all the dry, you can't find, McKinsey wanted some kind of a stuff for bacon and it was all gone.
Distilled water, there was months and months and months before you get distilled water.
Oh, okay, it's 11 o'clock. We'll move on to the ongoing negotiations with Flint Creek Hydro and Judge McLean. Have we heard anything?
So I did hear Judge McLean called me yesterday
Cool.
and he said that Roger Kirk's mother passed away. That was some delay, but Roger Kirk has numbers and he gave them to their attorney and they're supposed to be conveyed to us soon. I don't know what soon will mean, but Judge McLean said he would call me soon with an update. I told him I'd let the commission know and so he said, yeah, be a little more patient or be a little more patient. He thinks we'll have one.
We'll just put it on again for next week and same thing. Just keep hoping for the best, huh? At least we got a little comment back. That's the first in
Months.
yeah, that's just frustrating. Sit there and wait. Sorry to hear about his mother. You got 15 minutes. You can leave the on work. I'll stay and make sure in case there's any. Is there any comments on that? Public comments? I forgot to ask. Yes, if we have to, would you send a letter to the soil conservation? See what's going on?
Yep, I left a message.
Okay. That's it.
What's adjourned in French? Adjourned French?
What?
Bonjour.
I did learn
My French is very.
good morning was bon matin.
What's that?
Maybe it is adjourned. Let's see that phrase card. Some of us, France already surrendered.
So is that Matt Pierce, is Sarah Pierce, is that his wife helping him now?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna ask you that last week, just got, man, lots of stuff.
There's a lot of.
Adjournee.
Janae?
Adjournee. Adjournee.
Anderson.
Adjournee.
Was that
With the jar.
oh,
Okay.
French?
Did you miss a C for French?
Yes, I 3 years of it. I'm speaking it pretty good, but I forgot. I
If you don't use it, you lose it.
mean, yeah.
I speak
It's in my
very,
name.
very broken French. Like, I feel like I could get on a subway train, I could order a meal.
That's good. You won't starve.
About it, yeah.
I'm trying to learn it. And then when I was in France, we got tight, you know, I just went to English. Profane English.
Yeah. I was using Babbel at one point, and I have such like a thick American accent that my pronunciation is terrible.
I can't understand it because they talk so fast.
Yeah, they do. And maybe they think we do too. It seems like they like really talk about
So we adjourn.
We're at 11:06. Still got 9 minutes.
Oh, we don't have to sit here and wait for that.
Yeah, that's why you're doing the,
As long as there's no
that's why you're
comment.
doing them. They did the minutes and everything, public comment first, so you
Okay.
could adjourn.
Oh, we're adjourned. I make motion that we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.